I seem to recall a time when the Mekons toured across America in a van without a cassette player.
I had a broken cassette player, so to stay awake on 12-hour drives, solo drives, I would flip through radio and use like Fleetwood Mac songs and Madonna songs as a way to keep myself awake because it was so jarring and awful.
And we were quite shocked at the state of American radio. It was probably in the mid-90s, and we always assumed that America was a place where the radio was alive with fantastic music and all the music we'd grown up with and the music we loved, like great soul music, jazz music, country music, rock and roll.
So I play in this strange new music collective called Antisocial Music. It's a bunch of punk rockers and indie rockers and other kinds of misfits playing what many people would consider unlistenable chamber music.
Any sense of kind of regionalism seemed to have completely disappeared.
The bus driver was always interesting, and this particular summer, there was a kid who was 18 years old. He was Canadian, but since we were right on the border to Detroit, he would listen to Detroit radio. The station that he chose every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning was WDET 101.9, which was a college radio station for Wayne State University.
There was one time I was listening, I stopped the incessant flipping of the dial. I stopped and it was some beautiful thing and I have no idea what it was, and I was really into it. And I would carry this handheld cassette recorder to jot notes while I drove, and picked up the handheld cassette recorder while this song was playing, and I recorded it.
And we'd drive out in the country, it'd be a half-an-hour ride, and they would be playing, you know, crazy free jazz or techno, and it was unbelievable. I heard the craziest things. I heard Juan Atkins, Derek May, one other guy I can't remember, Kevin Saunderson. I heard Albert Eiler.
But I think on that very tour we were traveling down near New Orleans and just coming in through the sort of swamps, and finally we hit on like a little local community radio station that was playing Cajun music and kind of swamp pop, and suddenly we felt like we actually were somewhere. And
we thought, who in God's name are these people and where did they find us? And all it took was these two people with really strange and eclectic taste in music, who were really excited. They let us have the airwaves for an hour and a half. We played string quartets, we played solo accordion pieces, we played you know, we got really deep into this repertoire, and they were really excited about it. They put it on the internet.
So they were playing our song on the radio, and it was a very exciting moment. And I don't think that happens so much anymore.
It was quite interesting that what we were searching for was just something from where we were from. You know, you looked down every main street, every shop was the same in every city you went to, and every hotel chain was the same, and everything else was the same. But you know, down there in Louisiana, they were kind of like clinging on to some little last vestige of regionalism. It was comforting.
Having a radio station in your city that plays local artists really makes sure that everyone knows what's going on. It makes it part of the social fabric of the city for people, so that people who aren't even necessarily involved personally know who the local bands are and go to support them. My name's Franz Nicolay. I'm in the Hold Steady, and I support community radio.
I'm Jon Langford. I support community radio.
My name is Tara Jane O'Neill, and I support community radio.
My name is Defever. I'm 39 years old. I was born in Livonia, Michigan. I play in a group called His Name's Live, and I support community radio.